Here, this is your shot right here.
Who won the game?
Oh, good question.
Your defense has been solid since I've seen you guys the last couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
What's been the turn for that?
Yeah, I just think a lot of things. We've talked about it a lot. I just think everyone's kind of bought in. It took some time. We did have a lot of new players. I thought that was one. Our pick and roll change was two. And, it just, and having the right guys out on the floor, honestly. But, everyone's doing it. They were completely upset at halftime because they thought the second unit thought their defense is what got Charlotte back in the game. And then I think our first unit came back and set the tone in the third quarter, and then the bench, carried it through. So it's been good. Active hands. We pressuring the ball. And the other thing we're starting to do is rebound a little bit better, and that's helped as well.
Doc, I think maybe you kind of touched on that already, but you guys just had the one poor quarter. How do you like the way you guys just kind of rebounded from that? And just you seem like you're putting things behind you quicker now.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We don't have the residual effect of bad play. We just kind of get out of it. Everyone knew it. I didn't have to say much at halftime. We didn't make any adjustments. It's just at halftime you could see, the guys were upset. The bench was upset. They were talking about it while I walked in. And so, what else do I need to say? They're policing themselves on that end, and that's important.
How are you able to keep the clamps on Walker? He averaged 26 points over his last game.
Yeah, I don't know. He missed some shots. I thought CP and Austin were really effective with their size and getting into them. But I thought our bigs were good with Walker today. They were very alert to him. They're up to the pick and rolls a little bit more. So I thought overall they did a nice job.
Sorry, you already talked about the defense, but you talked before the game about DeAndre being less hesitant recently. Is this kind of just an example of?
Yeah, he's around the basket so much more, and he changed shots, he blocked shots, 4 block shots. He was good.
No trips to the free throw line in the first half. What was the reason for that? Just the outside shooting?
Yeah, we were taking a lot of shots, from the outside, which I'm fine with. I do prefer going to the line more because it allows you to set your defense, but we were getting good shots. We wasn't making any of them, and so that happens.
Chris and
yes.
Chris and JJ have been obviously very good since Blake's gone down, but what's DJ's role in kind of getting those guys off with his screen setting? It seems
Same thing. DJ and Israel doesn't change. He's just a great screen setter. They need him to be. I think what he's doing better now is rolling better. I didn't think DJ early in the year was setting picks and then getting off the pick. And that becomes a weapon for us. And I think DJ's doing a better job of that. But DJ hasn't really changed much.
Was he a very good screen setter when you got here, or is that something he's gotten better
I think so. I think, to be a screen setter, you have to want to be that. And I think he kind of bought into it more with us. He was so young. I think when DJ first got here, offense was such a priority for him. And it's tough to set picks when you're thinking about scoring. I think what he has learned, the more picks he sets, the more he actually scores. And so it's kind of worked out better for him.
You mentioned earlier, Doc, about team policing themselves and kind of getting on themselves. Is that the vision that you had from training camp and up until now?
Well, that's a vision for every coach, not just me. And I don't think only teams that would have it out of training camp would probably be San Antonio because they have guys that have won it. So you buy in Golden State. Other than that, I don't know if any team would have that out of camp. But eventually, as the season goes on, you want them to be honest, and police themselves at the same time. All right, guys, go watch the hockey game. All right, enjoy.
Practice tomorrow.